Thank you. And Patrik, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, okay, let's just start from the top of NFF, Nasdaq Financial Framework. This was launched in 2016. So can you maybe just start with giving us a little bit of a taste about like what was the drivers behind wanting to create NFF? Was it something from the client side that you heard that you felt like there's a need for something like the Nasdaq Financial Framework? So what was it like in 2016 at that time?
Yeah, okay, so at that point we have of course listened to a lot of our feedback from the clients, and we looked at how the landscape is changing. And what we could see is a trend for we as Nasdaq deliver a lot of different solutions to our customers, and there was a drive towards commonality in the different solutions we deliver, much more rapid change in the technology landscape, which means that we need to infuse more newer modern ways of doing things, such as moving to the cloud as an example. So NFF was really a combination of creating a true platform for all the different business systems and business applications Nasdaq is developing, and creating a common platform for all of them to interoperate and run on top of. And where we could then quickly changing that platform, moving, for example, from a on-prem to a cloud, and really creating this common environment for applications to run in.
Okay, so then where are we, and I guess we're about 3 years since then, roughly, like where are we at now with the evolution of the NFF?
Yeah, so what we're seeing is that once again the landscape is changing a little bit more quicker. There is, when you look at cloud, it's a complex area as an example, and there's a lot around elasticity. So how can I start small with my market and grow my market? Those are things that we start to take more advantage of. The same goes with serverless compute is something that we're now looking into. How can we add it into the platform? The same goes with how can you have much more nimble APIs. So as we are transforming our business applications to take full advantage of the platform, we're also looking at creating much more microservices. And as you create more microservices, you also want to look at your APIs and connectivity and break that apart to much more nimble, more purpose-built APIs for clients to take advantage of the business functionality. So those are specific areas and trends that we're looking at right now.
Okay, so if I mean, just coming from like a more sort of a business point of view. So if I was like a business leader, or like a CEO, CFO from that side, someone who's not on the technology end, kind of explain a little bit on the business value about NFF. Like why does this make sense to use from more of a business standpoint?
Yeah, so what we see, of course, is a quite rapid change in the both the regulatory landscape and the technology innovation. So one of the things is, of course, change. And that could be both change in terms of your business rules and how can I deploy new business rules, business logic on top of it. Might have started with a matching engine target, for example, futures options trading, and I want to move into, let's say, more digitals tokens. We have matching engine specific purpose for that, and it's much quicker now with a common platform to deploy those assets on top of it. And it's much easier also to do transformational changes in technology from, for example, on-prem to cloud using the platform. So it's a lot about the changing landscape and how the platform can help with that. Then in addition, it's also so that as you look at your market, you might think, well, I might want to extend my open hours. I even want to move to 24/7. The platform enables that type of shift as well. And then in addition to that, we have the API aspects that I talked about to actually start offering more nimble APIs and much more rapid and changing APIs to my members, giving them new ways of accessing the system. And as you actually move on to with new markets, for example, from the more traditional way of accessing the system, you can use those nimble APIs to even enable things trading from your phone eventually, and the whole use patterns of that.
I see. So, well, okay. So, for instance, if we talk about like a kind of a SaaS model, is that something that is very desirable right now for marketplaces that would want to use a SaaS model of NFF? Is that possible? Like, if that makes sense, does that would they want to use something like SaaS, or is that?
Oh, absolutely. So I mean that's we're seeing one of the up and coming trends of how you would attack establishing a new market, for example, or even transition an existing one. And the good thing with a SaaS approach is, of course, Nasdaq takes care of all the technical aspects of it, and as a user of it, you more focus on the APIs and the user experience of how to access the solution. And SaaS really allows us to start small as well and to really use the elasticity of the cloud and expand that.
Right.
And the same goes with on the data side. So as your market grows and you get more and more data coming in, we can expand the footprint that we need to use by, for example, using clouds. It's much easier from a customer perspective to grow with the solution using a SaaS offering.
I see. Okay. Well, yeah, thank you so much. That was very useful. Yeah, thank you.
Rewrite tomorrow.